Has Sam ever been violent?
Not to other people, just himself.
911 is wrapping up its second season Monday. It's been a pretty eventful one, especially for the person sitting beside me. We cannot get enough of her baby, Jennifer Love Hewitt. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I got to tell you, I am so excited you're here. I've been with you since Kids Incorporated.
Oh my goodness.
KIDS, the best.
Yes.
That was my show when I was a kid.
That's so exciting. So I'm 135 years old.
No.
Oh my God, that was a long time ago.
Well, it wasn't that long ago.
It was.
So before 911, we were on Criminal Minds, and then we took a little break.
Yes, we did.
What was it about 911 that you decided, you know what, break time's over, and I'm ready to get back into it?
It just felt right. I needed a break to be a mom and to live a little bit of life. I've done a lot of work over a lot of years, and the one thing that I had never spent much time doing was just living, and I needed to do that, and it felt right. It felt like the right role. It felt like the right show. When Ryan Murphy calls you and says do something, you're like, yes, whatever you say. And I had been on Fox on Party of Five, and so it was really nice to go back, and so many of the people that I worked with when I was 15 on that show are still there.
Really?
So it felt like going home, sort of, and it was really nice.
That's very cool. We know in this season that Maddie's gone through a whole lot. She's escaped an abusive husband. She was kidnapped by the husband. She's fighting for her life.
Yes.
What does the season finale hold for her?
I think the season finale, you know, the show is so intense all season long for people that I feel like in the season finale we try to leave people with a little bit of hope in the different storylines. There will be some things, obviously it'll be a very intense episode, and there will be some things left sort of unfinished. But I think that the audience will feel good about where they find, you know, some of the characters. Nothing's going to be finished, but they'll feel good about where it ends, I think.
Okay, nothing's going to be finished.
Yeah.
One of the things that I get the biggest kick out of real life couples who work together on screen.
Yeah.
And working with your husband, Brian Hallisay, playing the abusive husband. How was that? Did you guys practice scenes, or was it like we're not even gonna rehearse this? We're just lights, camera, action?
No, it was really crazy. We didn't know where the storyline was going. Like we had done some flashback stuff in other episodes, but when they handed us the big episode, I think we both read it in separate rooms.
Okay.
And then there was sort of like a meeting in the hallway with like giant eyes, and I was like, oh wow, we're really gonna do this. And he was like, yep, we're gonna do it. And I think as we got into it, it was better that we're married. We were able to give each other a lot of love and support off camera, and then we were able to be as sort of intense and raw as we needed to be with like such a great trust in each other on camera that I think it did the characters justice.
Absolutely. I think it has to come down to trust for some of these sort of extreme scenes and sort of scenes that have violence and action and things that are just also trying on set. It's a long day. It's difficult to pull these things off.
It is, yeah.
Ryan Murphy, we were talking about when he picks up the phone, when he calls you, everyone picks up and say, yes, that's what everyone in Hollywood does. Yeah. What other Ryan Murphy series would you love to star on? Do you have any other favorites?
I mean, any of them.
Any and all of them?
Oh, yeah. I would have given anything to be on Glee. American Horror Story, I'm very scared of super, like, creepy things. But I do have, like, this vision of him inviting me to play some, like, scary octopus woman with, like, I don't know why it's an octopus.
Scary octopus
It's the big
woman.
coffee. I don't know why it's an
I
octopus.
like it.
But, yeah. But I really want to go on there. I mean, anything. Like, he's a genius, and I think that he picks really amazing people to tell his stories, and he is a beautiful place when you're an actress in your 40s. He is a beautiful place to be because he really appreciates the 40-something actress who's been around a long time, and he finds a great, interesting place for you.
Yeah.
And that is few and far between. And I really appreciate that about him.
Looking back on it, right now I'm just like, yeah, Jennifer Love Hewitt on Glee. That makes total sense.
Right?
Especially with your beautiful voice.
I needed to be there. It was a missed opportunity.
Who do we
America.
need to talk to about this?
I don't know.
Right
But let's
these
find
wrongs.
Them. Yep.
Your kids, Autumn and Atticus, 5 and 3. What do they think that mommy does?
Well, Autumn is starting to understand. So they just watched the Garfield movie for the first time.
Okay.
And they didn't say anything. They laughed. They loved the whole movie. And then my daughter like looked over and she grabbed my hand and she was like, "Good job, Mommy." And I'm like, "Thanks." babe, I don't think my son had any idea of really what was going on. He kind of like clocked me a little bit. And my daughter really enjoys the 911 of it all. They were just studying like emergency situations in school.
Really?
And they were like, she said, well, you call my mommy if there's an emergency. And then later on, they were having another conversation. They wanted to know if she knew what my phone number was, and she said 911. So I think she's getting pieces. I don't know that she has it all together, but
well, here's at the end of the day, she's right. You do call mommy, and you also call 911.
Exactly.
So she's going to be fine.
She's getting there.
I'm curious. You say, okay, so they're watching 911. We watched Garfield. In the Jennifer Love Hewitt catalog of film and television, I was curious if there were ages that you're going to show some of these things to your kids, or when would be the right time for them to see it?
No, I think they will probably see them from other people. I don't let them watch 911, but they know that I'm on there, and my daughter like comes and visits. Garfield will probably be where I leave it. Maybe when they're teenagers, if they want to watch like I Know What You Did Last Summer or something. That's
Absolutely.
I mean, that's a classic. Like that would be fine. But the other stuff, I'm okay with them. Just thinking I pick them up in Converse. That's cool.
That's fun. If at some point they were like, Mama, I'm thinking about getting into acting, how would you handle that?
Oh, gosh.
That's a tough question.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was a beautiful life for me. I had a really positive experience, which isn't a lot of people's experiences, and I'm very grateful for that. I would like them to not do it until like maybe after 18. I'd like them to go to high school and consider college, and if that's not their passion and they want to try it, then I have lots of knowledge and things that I can give them. But I definitely am not going to like root for it. So we'll see.
Your perspective on that has to be so unique, starting working as a very young actress and working consistently for 30 years now, and and your husband being an actor. It seems natural that kids would eventually say, "Yeah, I want to do the same thing that Mom and Dad are doing."
Yeah, I will tell you, they are very dramatic. So. There's a place for them if they want to. But yeah, no, I won't push it. I don't know. It's hard for me because it was so positive. But I also know that like as I got later into life, there were times where I was like, oh gosh, I wish I hadn't maybe done it so young, so that I could have had a couple of more of experiences like my friends and stuff like that. So I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm curious. What are you watching right now that you love, and what would be like a dream show or the bucket list role? Like, what is the thing that you want to do next on camera?
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm really happy with Maddie right now in 911. I really am. I'm excited to see where she goes next season, and so I'm good. I think where I am. What do I watch? I watch everything. I'm really I love Dancing with the Stars. I love American Idol. I love Ray Donovan. I think I would love that. That would be a dream job.
Okay.
I would love to like do something small in Ray Donovan. That would be really cool. I love that show. And I don't know, I love sitcoms. I really love that new show, Bless This Mess. Is that what it's called?
I think so, yeah.
Dax Shepard.
Yes,
so
yes,
great.
yeah.
I love it. I just watched that last night. Jane the Virgin is ending, which has broken my heart, so I can't go beyond that. Crazy Ex-Girlfriend ended, so I can't go beyond that. Yeah.
I read this Elle interview you did last fall, and it was just amazing. The whole article was really amazing. And you had this quote in there. One of the things that you talked about in the interview was like the narrative, sort of the narrative of Jennifer Love Hewitt and kind of how, who you are versus, I guess, how people sort of perceived you as like an actress and as someone they see on camera.
Right.
And so narrative is the theme of this interview. And at one point you said, hopefully it's going to be based on what I give people versus what people tell me to give. And I was curious, what is it that you want to give people?
Just like joy. Honestly, I think I spent, what we were talking about in that interview in particular is that I was very young and people sort of gave me sexuality. Like they gave me like Maxim covers and all stuff, which were beautiful and amazing, but it wasn't really who I was at that moment. I was too young to be that person, and I kind of went with it. And now as I'm like in my 40s, I just kind of want to give people, like I feel like I'm a person, when I wake up in the morning, I put my feet on the floor and I just want to create joy. Like whether it's for a stranger or for my kids or for my husband or like for my family unit, or I hope that I've been a joyful interview for you. I just want to be happy because I think life is really short and it's important to, if you're going to give something to people, to give them something that feels good. And I hope that the new narrative is just like who I genuinely am and that that's okay with people. And if it's not, I'm also kind of okay with that. 'Cause
right.
it feels really good to be me, and I'm in a good place, and it's nice. I just feel good in my life, and I hope that I can make other people feel that when they either spend time with me or see me, even through Maddie and in the stuff that's dark and hard about her. I hope that they feel her good humanity, because I think it's important, and it is special, and it's underrated, because we're always trying to, especially with like Instagram and all that stuff, we're always trying to be something else, and we're meant to be who we are, because that's what we were made to be. You know, it's really simple.
Right, yeah.
And so I think authenticity is like my jam.
Yes,
authenticity is my jam.
Is my jam.
Hashtag authenticity is my jam.
Hashtag authenticity
Hashtag.
is my jam. A quick question: you brought up Dancing with the Stars a minute ago. If the people with the Mirror Ball Trophy came and knocked in,
I'm ready.
Saying it right here, and right now, guys.
I'm ready.
Give her a call.
Ay.
Let's get Bergeron on the phone and make it happen.
Oh my God, I'd pass out. No, I would be too nervous.
No, I think you'd be
I would
great.
be too nervous, but I would love to just like be in the audience and root people on.
But you would dance.
The glitter and the
but if they called,
I would dance.
Absolutely. Yes, that's what I want to see.
Yep.
Last thing, you're talking about Instagram and social media. Guys, Jennifer Love Hewitt here is on the forefront of a cutting technology.
Oh, yes.
If you don't mind sharing with us the beauty of fridge lighting.
Okay, so here's the thing. I kept hearing about like the perfect light. Like you have to have the perfect light for these things. I was like, how are these people always finding the perfect light? I literally walked around my house one day. I had way too much free time. It was before 911. And I was walking around and I was like, I'm still not getting it. So I was on Marco Polo, which is one of my favorite apps, and I was talking to my friend, and I went to get a snack out of the fridge, and I caught a glimpse of myself, and I was like, oh, and there she is. There's the light.
Oh.
So my friend was like, you should go on Instagram inside your fridge. And I was like, oh my God, this is going to be the worst. And it really caught on, and people liked it. And now I've had like small guests come over and stand with me in my fridge for a few seconds. Anybody that walks in my house, they're like, we're going to do a fridge light confession before I leave, right? And it's kind of become my thing. And I love it. It's very cooling. It's a nice light. It's warm. You can get things done. You can check, make sure what you need at the grocery store. You know, it's the right place to be.
I love it. I think it's so great. Get in front of your fridge, make that confessional.
Do it.
Jennifer, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. The season finale of 911 is Monday on Fox. Again, Jennifer Love Hewitt, thank you so very much.
Thank you.